Alright guys, it's your boy Donnie the Dreamer giving you guys a Returnal gameplay. Returnal is a game I'm pretty fond of. Basically it's a 3D bullet hell adventure platformer action game. I am up to the part where I get to the first boss, but because of the fact that Returnal is a different gameplay every time you start up, you guys will be experiencing everything pretty much firsthand with me anyway. So yeah, let's go on this ride. It's pretty challenging for the simple fact that, you know, there isn't much in the way of like updated progress. You get to keep your base equipment and some upgrades, like some like permanent upgrades, but for the most part, everything is fresh when you start again. So I'm up to the first boss. It's been a while since I played. I've got the melee, I've got the dash. So, you know, hopefully with you guys watching and backing me, I can make it through this. Okay. Now these, every time you pass by and you have ether, which is like one of the pickups you can pick up throughout the game, you can deposit the ether here, and you'll start, like the next time you perish and start from scratch, you'll sometimes start with like artifacts and consumables, like just to give you every advantage. In this game, like every little thing, every little advantage you get helps. Overgrown ruins. And the graphics are just phenomenal, honestly. Like everything's so vibrant, colorful. Even though it's like pitch black, but like the details, the textures, everything is pretty on point. It's very Metroid-esque for me. Yeah, you see my objective is to defeat Frike, which is like the main biome boss. This is basically a teleport pad or translocator pad. It allows you to jump from point to point throughout the map. It reminds me so much of Metroid Prime, except, you know, it's a third-person platform. Another signal detected. Okay, so generally speaking, when it says another signal detected, that means that there's an echo, and if you battle the echo, it can go a couple of ways. I've got some enemies. Melee is like almost a guaranteed one-shot kill. The idea is that you want to keep the momentum on, keep the pressure on, and not get hit. You want to keep moving. You want your adrenaline to go up. Your adrenaline gives you perks like enhanced sight, recovery, stronger weapons, and so on. So you just don't want to give your opponent time to strike you. Oh, see? Got hit. Thought I dodged into it, but... Okay. A tropian key. These help unlock doors and sometimes chests. Yeah, you see, this is a suit signal. Now, with the signal, it's an echo of what happened to your previous run. Not directly, but like a previous version of yourself. Sometimes they can turn into enemies, or you can scan them like this, which says Avenge. You get to fight a more powerful opponent in order to get more ether. Ether is very important because it allows you to buy items. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot. Yep. And there goes my first life. So almost like Dark Souls, you know, it's you die and die and die and die. And it's not always a bad thing, but generally speaking, sometimes the run is pretty difficult. Like you'll come across stronger enemies than you normally would before you get a chance to really upgrade and get going. Or you know, there are definitely ways to help you early on. Like for example, there's this thing where it makes like a body double of you, where it basically counts as like a checkpoint. If you die, it'll revive you, and you can do that like once per run if you find it. And yeah, there's like another item which is like a doll, which gives you like an instant revival as well, but without taking you out of the fight. So if you have a really good run, you can get both of them, you know. But the game is still not easy, at least in my opinion. Let's see, there appears to be a chest around here. No, it's down this way. Another thing is you want to look for like parasites. They give you like buffs. I missed the jump. I don't have the I guess what would be the grappling hook yet, but yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to give you like advantages and stuff. It's just you gotta come across them. It's not always easy. Yeah, you just gotta hope you get a good run. All right, we're going in. They're the enemies. Let's do it. Next one. So every 3 enemies you get a adrenaline boost. So you gotta do 3 enemies without getting hit. These are obolites. That's your currency, your main currency. Alright. Okay. Let's try here. Is silphium resin. This gives you increased armor. You want to increase your armor so you can take more hits, of course. These blue ones are... Oh, it's a key. I got a key. In case I come across a chest, that'll be handy. So this, I haven't unlocked this, what this leads to yet. It says it requires the crimson key, so I need a key. So this gives me a gateway. So I'm guessing this could lead to the next world. So maybe after I defeat Frike, I'll get the crimson key. Yeah. So we're gonna find the doorway, lead it to the next area. Here we go. We got more. We got action. Alright, enhanced melee. Guard bots. Little gold things are the obolites. Alright. So I got my proficiency rate up, which means it makes it easier to master weapons. The cool thing is like almost every weapon you get in this game has like a secondary ability. With the proficiency rate rise up, basically it means that it's easier to master those abilities a lot quicker. And you know, once you master an ability, the ability is permanent. So that's a little quid pro quo fact. This is a proximity translocator, which will jump me to another part of this area. Let's check this door over here. Let's see what's behind this door before I do that. Okay. This is a cipher room. So, yeah. All right. So I managed to translate this whole thing. So it says, so every now and then you come across these sort of xenoglyphs or hieroglyphs, as I call them, and you'll find new words of this alien language, and as you decode it, you'll be able to read the message normally. So in this one, it says, myriad eyes beholding in the longing dark, sunlight as it rains like pitch. We must leave for the waste where our visions have promised a new kind of transcendence. Glory, glory, glory. It's pretty cryptic. All right, so this would be Murmuring Cocoon. This is new. Increase the positive effects of parasites. Okay, so this would be an artifact altar. It's kind of like a shop. You come here with enough albalites, which is those, you see the 134 at the bottom there? That's your currency. So I need a 250 in order to unlock that. The thing is with parasites can give you buffs, but also it gives you a negative or a debuff, I guess, at the same time. Sometimes they can be negligible, sometimes they can be serious. It all depends. Another thing you can get from these, I think they're called viruses. I could be wrong, but essentially, once you collect too many infected items, you'll get like a negative buff, and the only way to get rid of it is like by completing a small task, and then you get the positive side effects of it. But yeah. Ooh, a laser trap. Okay, so it's the Sophium. Oh, oh, screw myself over. Large resin, 2 shields. All right, so with that, I got more health. You see these little golden hole in the wall looking things? So this usually leads to an underground room. In this case, it has these little purple dealies. So the idea here is these little egg sacks or containers. So you can just walk across them, shoot them, whatever you feel like. Ammo is effectively unlimited, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But, you know, you want to conserve, you just want to squish them. Malignancy, that's what they're called, malignancy. So yeah, all these purple items have a chance from high malignancy, and they tell you moderate, for example. Malignant resin, high. Sophium, which is health. Resin. So the thing is, setting or odd keeper, 20% chance to not lose a consumable on use. Okay, that's cool. Let's see what else we got. So the idea is with the malignancies, most of the time, the good outweighs the bad, especially if you're pressed for health. Also, if you manage to, it has that sort of Gears of War reloading when it comes to your ammo. And once you hit the right spot, it reloads a lot quicker with a little damage boost. And if you miss, well, it slows down the reloading time. All right, we got resin high. So as you can see, this is a parasite. This gives me auto repairs while at low integrity, which is good. It means I heal when I'm at low health. Now with the malignancy, you see it says you need 3 ethers to cleanse. I don't have any ethers, so I could pick this up with a chance of becoming highly malignant and infected, or I could skip on it. Right now, let's see, I could use a heal, so I could use a Sophium. Oh, and in case we didn't see the effect before, you see the parasite, it has a positive effect, and then it the condition is one additional kill it requires to increase adrenaline levels. So in order for me to change adrenaline levels, instead of 3 kills, it's 4 kills. For example, resin. Let's see. So I got lucky, no malignancy, but I have two resin pieces now. Again, a high level of malignancy, and I got lucky. Pure malignancy. I managed to get lucky 2 out of 2. No negative side effects, but reaping the benefits. Repairs moderate. Now I got a suit malfunction. It says hostiles counter on hit. So what this means is basically every time I hit hit an enemy, they automatically counter attack me. In order for me to get this to go away, I gotta kill 10 hostiles. I'm just gonna take it. Suffer damage on overload. Overload. I think overload is when you go into. I believe that's when you start to get your adrenaline boost. Which, if you suffer damage, you pretty much lose the adrenaline boost. Silphium, moderate damage, but it's effective with malignancy. See, I don't need this, so I won't get it. I already have 2 malignancies anyway. That's the parasite. All right, so we're going back up. Now let's see. All right, the exit is this way. Yep. All right, that's another altar. Much like the pots in Zelda, these don't always have an item in them. That treasure room is just usually the likely story, you know, like it's usually almost always the case. All right, we got 1. That looks like a plain item, which is good. You can generally tell an item has malignancy if it's purple. Small Silphio. Repairs minor damage. Okay. Well. Alright, now this, alt fire augment, fabricate. So this is an altar, this gives me an augmentation. This basically makes it so that my alternative fire powers up a lot easier. Which is basically L1. That's what you use to use alternate fire. Okay. Moving on. Got some stronger enemies. Whoa. Yep, overload. One more enemy in here. Alright, now that the battle's over, I was trying to find some items and try to heal up. Yeah, I'm not strong enough to take on that right now. Nor do I have enough ether. Okay. What do we have here? Fabricators. Proficiency. Protection. Oh, I can't get any of that. Dang it. Sometimes you'll come across stuff like this where it's like, oh, you need X amount to get an item. And it's like, well, shit, what can I do about that? You know, it can't all be winners, right? See if there's no chests. Nope, it's not we can use, unfortunately. You can even go to those areas during the middle of a fight, actually, which has saved my butt more times than I can count. Just to take a breather. Okay. Translocator. It's an enemy. Oh. Okay. See if we can't find some stray health. Oh, it's got to be up there, unfortunately. All right. Got some obolites. These vines, don't let yourself get all the way to the top because they will hurt you. But it allows you to reach higher platforms you may not be able to reach normally. Sometimes there's items you can use, sometimes there isn't, unfortunately. This was not one of the cases. Alright, well, it doesn't hurt to take a gamble. Now we got enemies. Nowhere to go but down, huh? Luckily, there's no fall damage, unless you have a parasite that requires fall damage. Which, yes, that's the thing. There's a parasite that will give you fall damage in exchange for a buff. This game is wacky that way. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, it's the overload that did me. Because of adrenaline. Yeah. So the crazy thing about this game is the only way to save is essentially to put it in rest mode and continue from where you left off. Nothing really saves unless you clear the biome area. And other than that, the only other way is you just start from scratch every time you play. But yeah, this was Returnal. Pick it up; it's pretty fun. It's not easy, but it's definitely gonna keep you on your toes and keep you action packed. And yeah, like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this one. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.